The agency lending business allows us to originate mortgage servicing rights, and those rights have value, and they should give us the ability to grow book value as long as we can keep originating. So having the ability to grow book value against a peer group that is more worried about shrinking book value, I think creates a really great distinguishing factor for us.
I'm here today with Richard Byrne, CEO and Chairman of Franklin BSP Realty Trust. Where do you see the biggest opportunities for Franklin BSP Realty Trust in the next 6 to 12 months?
Dan, I think there's two really, really interesting opportunities for us. One is to continue to lend into the market. And the opportunity right now for the new vintage of loans that we're making is terrific, because most of the traditional folks that have competed against us are on the sidelines, especially the regional banks. So we're getting looks at really attractive properties at really attractive terms. But the second reason I think makes us even more excited is our recent acquisition. So we haven't closed yet, but we announced a purchase of a company called NewPoint. NewPoint is an agency lender. They originate loans that are originated in the GSE market, or Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, HUD, et cetera. This is a great opportunity to vertically integrate in the multifamily space, because most of our borrowers are seeking a permanent financing through the GSEs. Most of the folks that they lend to are also, they're talking to transitional borrowers as well. So the opportunity to cross-originate is enormous. They also have a servicing business, which is a very stable source of revenues. But maybe the best reason why this acquisition makes sense for us is the ability to grow book value. Commercial mortgage REITs like us, one of the knocks on it is we generate really high income, but over time has the risk of book value going down. We saw that with all the office exposure that people have had. Didn't really apply to us as much, but this is a knock on the whole sector. The agency lending business allows us to originate mortgage servicing rights, and those rights have value, and they should give us the ability to grow book value as long as we can keep originating. So having the ability to grow book value against a peer group that is more worried about shrinking book value, I think creates a really great distinguishing factor for us.
And how have you positioned your balance sheet in order to be most effective and successful in today's markets?
So we have run a balance sheet that's been very heavy on securitizations. We've been a leader in our peer group in using this as an important source of financing. One of the reasons is because the average loan size we make is in the $30 or so million, and we've been able to originate large enough pools that we can securitize. This is super flexible financing, it's low cost, and we have a reinvestment option. Anywhere between 80 and 90% of our balance sheet is matched and is non-recourse securitization, as opposed to warehouse lending, which many of our peers have relied on. I think this is an important point. We've also run relatively low leverage. We've run about 2 to 2.5 times external leverage, which is relatively light for our peer group.
And how active do you expect to be in the year ahead regarding originations?
So a lot of people have been complaining that originations have slowed down. They have. I mean, you see this across the corporate landscape as well. There's a reduction in M&A. There's more uncertainty in the market with all the external things that are going on. This may be true, but there's also a meaningful decline in the amount of lenders there are, the amount of capital on the demand side. So supply may be light, but demand is even lighter, creating an opportunity for us to see some really attractive deal flow. We've got a platform larger than just our mortgage REIT where we participate in lending, and we've been very active. We have a very active pipeline, and I think we're seeing some of the most attractive deals maybe we've seen in a very long time.